All right, hello mathematicians, and welcome back as we continue our exploration of hands-on equations. Today we are going to be looking at lesson 5. The thing that I like about this particular way to learn solving equations is that everything builds on the previous lesson, and things that even might seem new typically come about through just your own exploration and experiences with the work. So let's start with an equation. We have 5x minus 3x plus 2 is the same as x plus 5. So right away you might notice that this is the first time that we've really seen subtraction within one of our equations. So we're going to kind of look at what that's going to look like in terms of our pawns and our balances and such. So I'm going to look at what I have. So I have 5x. So I'm going to start with my 5 triangles and represent that. But now it says I'm going to take away 3 x's. So since our x's are represented by triangles, I'm just going to go ahead and take away 3 triangles, and then I'm just going to continue on with the rest. So I have a plus 2. And then on the other side, we're going to have a triangle and a 5. And now, once we took away those 3 x's, we're kind of left with 2 triangles and a 2 balanced with 1 triangle and a 5. And we can, now it looks more like what we've seen in the past. So if you remember our different rules, we can take away the same number of triangles from both sides, or our legal moves. So here, for example, there's 1 triangle on both sides, so I could take that away, leaving me with a triangle and 2 balanced with 5. And then we can exchange that 5 for a 2 and a 3, which is going to allow me to remove 2 from both sides. And now we know that our triangle is equal to 3. If we go ahead and check that, it's going to be 5 times 3 minus 3 times 3 plus 2 has to be the same as 3 plus 5. So we have 15 minus 9 plus 2 is equal to 8. Well, 15 minus 9 is going to be 6 plus 2, so 8 is equal to 8. So this brings us to our next legal move, which is going to be legal move number 3. So for legal move number 3, I can regroup numbers on the same side of an equation by taking them apart or putting them together, and the equation will remain balanced. All right, so basically, if we go back to what we did before, this is when we are regrouping numbers by taking it apart, because we took that 5 apart into 2 and 3. Here would be an example of kind of where we're putting it together. So we're putting that 5x minus 3x, and we're regrouping that way, and it remains balanced. So let's look at another example. All right, so for this example, we're going to have 2x plus x minus x is this, or plus 1, is the same as x plus 9. So when I draw this out, I'm going to have my 2 triangles plus an additional triangle. But then I'm going to take a triangle away. And now I have a 1. And this is going to be balanced with a triangle and 9. If you wanted to at this point, we could kind of rebalance. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to use a different color. So I'm going to say, okay, so I still have 1 triangle I could take away from both sides. So now I am left with a triangle and 1 balanced with the 9. So just as a reminder, this black one is from that minus x here, and then the green are me taking them away from both sides. I'm going to go ahead and regroup that 9 into a 1 and an 8. Now I can take away 1 from both sides, leaving me with a triangle being equal to 8. And if we check this, we see that 2 times 8 plus 8 minus 8 plus 1 is the same as 8 plus 9. So 16 plus 8 minus 8 plus 1 is equal to 17. 16 plus 8 is 24, minus 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So this checks out. If you feel comfortable with this, you can definitely start the practice, or you can stay with the video and do one more problem with me. All right, on this last one, I encourage you to try it on your own. So you're going to set it up first. So we're going to have 4 plus 3x minus 2x plus x is the same as x plus 5. So why don't you try and set this one up, solve it, and then check your work by watching the video. So 4 are 3 x's, but then I'm going to take away 2 x's, and then I'm going to add another x, and this is going to be the same as an x and 5. If I want to, I can show my balance by taking away 1 triangle from both sides. And just to clean things up, I'm going to create a new line. So I have 4, and then on the left side, I'm really just left with 1 triangle. And on the right side, I'm left with just 5. If you need to at this point, we can regroup by taking that 5 and changing it into a 4 and a 1, allowing us to remove 4 from both sides, and being left with our triangle equaling 1. And just as our check again, we have 4 plus 3 times 1 minus 2 times 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 5. So this becomes 4 plus 3 minus 2 plus 1 is equal to 6. 4 plus 3 is 7, minus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So 6 equals 6. Make sure you like the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can start your practice.